In Western Australia today, poverty and inequality are growing. Families are struggling to afford basic living costs.
1 in 7 Australians live below the poverty line. That's 3.7 million people.
Housing is out of reach for many. Homelessness is rising and communities are feeling increasingly disconnected.
There's a big divide happening, I think, around the world. There's a lack of social cohesion.
While wealth continues to flow to the few. This is our reality and it's affecting more and more people across our communities. But it doesn't have to be this way.
No Place for Poverty exists to bring light to these issues and then seek to change them, together alongside people like you. As a social movement, we believe every person in WA deserves dignity and a fair chance. And we all share the power to make that happen. Over the past 12 months, thousands of West Australians have stepped forward to say they agree. People care. And together we've been working to turn that vision into a reality.
Ending poverty in Western Australia is a simple goal, but not an easy one. It will take all of us acting together. Through advocacy, community engagement, and amplifying lived experience, we are pushing for change. From our launch to bold campaigns, we've been making our mark. We've shared real stories, celebrated lived experience, and even used humour to connect with the community in new ways. Who says election videos should be boring? We believe that creativity and courage can spark conversation and change. After all, to get a different result, you sometimes need to take a different approach.
We're here today in the CBD of Perth, finding out what people think about poverty.
We have a community engagement program aimed at supporting town teams and community groups to do some local good right where they are.
Throughout all of this, our lived experience advocacy group has led the way and shaped the movement. They've shared stories that needed to be heard. From peer-to-peer interviews to media opportunities, their voices have been and will continue to be at the heart of the conversation.
The streets are not a good place. Nobody chooses to be on the streets. Most people go on the streets because of some sort of trauma that puts them there.
Well, if they had a choice, living on the streets or living in an accommodation...
It's an easy choice.
It's an easy choice.
Pretty much I've been out of home since I was 15.
Like, you've worked, you've paid your bills, the partner's been paid, she's paid the bills, but there's still no money for food. Like, you're still having to feed your kids noodles or baked beans, like you were fed by your parents when they were broke and they were poor.
So after working most of my life and raising my sons, a series of challenging and life-changing events occurred for me. Multiple cancer journeys, divorce, raising grandchildren full-time as a single grandparent whilst navigating a rare cancer diagnosis. Now in my 60s, I find myself with no real security and feeling vulnerable for the end part of my life.
Older people on JobSeeker, how they find any housing is beyond me.
Raise the job seeker up because it's not enough keeping us under the poverty line. They want us to get a job, but how are we supposed to do that if we've got no money to do it with?
Just be more understanding and more caring. Like, there's no need to be judging people because they don't have money. It doesn't make you any better than me because I'm on Centrelink at all.
Poverty steals childhoods. I want to offer them every opportunity possible, and I know that I can't do that, and it steals from the childhood that I wanted to give them. You know, I feel like I'm letting them down, but it's actually the system letting me down, us down as a family, actually.
Yeah. I've tried my hardest for many, many years. It has helped. It had made my life a little bit easier, but still poverty is in my life. I think I'm working just so I can get my own house to leave for my granddaughter, so she's not going through what I've experienced.
Homeless people, it's not their fault. The word is homeless. It's not hopeless.
This movement is growing because individuals, communities and businesses care. From workshops and info sessions to poster campaigns and partnerships in the arts.
We've partnered with the Black Swan Theatre Company, who are putting on a play called Carol, about an older Australian woman who finds herself homeless at Christmas.
It has been the best thing that I've ever encountered, really, because I didn't expect the response to be so good. They are all very supportive, not only about for the movement, but they are also very supportive to me for doing the voluntary service. They actually thank me and appreciate what I'm doing for the country, and I mean that is itself priceless. They believe in the movement, they cheer for it, and they've also gone in to sign up for it. And some of the cafe owners wanted to be interviewed too, so which is great.
People across WA are joining us and saying no to poverty and yes to a fairer WA.
Poverty is an issue nationally, and for it to be addressed, it needs to be addressed at government level with policy.
I think there's more than just giving money. It's like giving people support, like emotional, physical, mental.
Pull your bloody finger out. Right now, we need to get people into housing, we need to give them food, and we need to look after their health and their education. They would be my priorities straight up.
I think in a country that's as prosperous as ours, we can definitely afford to give people the essentials that they need to live fulfilling and meaningful lives.
What do you think about poverty in Fremantle? Can you hear?
Anti-Poverty Week was a turning point. From the Governor's Roundtable,
I'm here at Government House,
to take a walk in our shoes.
It can happen to anybody, and it can look so many different ways.
And through a widespread media campaign, our message reached thousands.
And what I discover now is there are people that look like me, that hold jobs, maybe even have 2 jobs with a couple of children, they have cars, they have a normal life, who are living in poverty.
And also it's an outcome of the way we live. So we have got an extreme capitalist society.
Together we're making poverty, the people it's impacting and the solutions visible.
It astounds me that we have had decades of economic success in Western Australia. We've had the richest of times. And in that time, the number of people living in poverty has doubled. And that's, to me, unexplainable.
Oh, Mark, you're not watching yourself online again, are you?
No, I'm not. No. This movement matters. What we've achieved in the first 12 months is just the beginning, and it's going to get better. When we talk about poverty, we too often talk about numbers, but what we're talking about is children who go to school hungry, or old people who surround themselves with blankets during winter because they can't afford the heating. We live in a really rich part of the world, and we shouldn't have these things happening.
What we've achieved in our first year would not have been possible without you. Thank you to our community members, people with lived experience, volunteers, students, supporters, partners, and anyone who showed up and gave their time, skills, and passion. Every action, every voice has mattered, moving us closer to our goal.
You can help us by joining No Place for Poverty and helping us make the changes that we need. Together we can build a Western Australia where everybody has the opportunity to thrive and lead a full life. So whether you're a businessman, a funder, a community worker, someone with lived experience, there's a role for you in No Place for Poverty, and that's a role to make a better Western Australia. So please join us, come along the journey, see the things that we've made possible over the last 12 months, and think about the potential for the years that are coming. Thank you.
You commissioned the artwork for, there was some, I can't remember what it was, there was some special reason.
Sorry, I'm just going to turn this off.
Oh.